the karore mata na kai kinangji. The big ones. Samba kera bayabana. Like, it would be nice to live in those little farm thingies.
That's cool. So, where are we?
Can't see it, but you can hear it. We're right next to the station. We are, Diemen. Diemen. I mean, shit, man.
Yeah.
In 3 parts to Diemen. There's. Ah, shit, I just said station. Anyways. Sana Diemen. Hollanda. Amsterdam, I guess. I always just say I'm Amsterdam based. I think that makes the most sense. Like, there's nothing to do here in Diemen. I mean, we can walk and there's parks. So, that's nice. And I have my bed there so I can sleep. and my studio. So actually, yeah, Diemen is very important.
It is.
Diemen.
Like our little hub.
Yeah, from Jade's family and parents and them always hanging out at the house, and we continuing with the tradition. So
And,
that's nice.
How did we get here? Like,
I mean, there's a lot of perspectives on this. We can take the long route, or we can talk about the history, which I really like talking about.
alright.
Or
Tell me a little.
I mean, colonization, right? That's why we're here. But first and foremost. But yeah, man, school, I guess. Nós tudo bem que não para studia. Awal sa ita idea. Pero nós end up to bem que não ta hasimas ka say. Always. Hulana they either make you or break you.
That's so real, bro. That's so real.
Like, you either here,
Not for the week.
you stay in here, or you leave in the first 2 years or something. Or,
That's real. I've
it's
seen it happen with a bunch of people from Aruba.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that,
No,
It just wasn't for you.
Your mic is hanging though, so
I think it will still work.
maybe some bump.
Just like life.
Bumps in the road.
Yeah. Let's go this way.
Yeah, that's positive.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me how you started.
How did I start?
What was the first creative thing you did
First creative thing I did.
that influenced you to something?
Oh, I remember this one time I was drawing in kindergarten, and I went outside the line, and I cried, and and I just cried. I don't know. Maybe that's to show that I really care about this shit, and in a way. But like creativity, I guess it's always been in the family. There was always some sort of creation going on. Like my brothers used to be in a band, I guess. Like I've always heard stories, but I don't know how factual they are. But my brother did teach me how to play the first guitar chords.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, it was the G chord, it was the A chord, just the open chords. And then my other brothers also used to play, like one of them used to play the drum and the other one used to play the bass. So I guess they had like a little band going on. But I've only ever seen like one picture of my brother with a bass right next to a drum set, and that's pretty nice. But for the rest, I don't know.
Kind of like influenced you.
I like not entirely, but
Yeah,
like
it was
it's
just
just
a
been
start.
around, like looking back at it now. Like if you asked me like this 5 years ago, I probably wouldn't have brought it up. But thinking back at it, it's always been around me. And my mom is a very creative person. She's always she always hustled and found a way to make money, you know. Like I have this thing in my room, in one of my boxes, that's when my mom was 16 or 15, when she had her first baby, right, a very young age. She used to be on the streets and sell these dolls, like these dog figures, and she's fill it in with like cotton and just make a doll out of it and sell it. Yeah, so I don't know, ever since, like, I've always known my mom as like making shit and selling. Like, the last thing I can remember was like these bottles that she'd decorate and sell them for, I don't know, Dia de Aruba or something. Just a way to hustle. And I guess for my dad also, he's a handy-manny guy, type of guy. He's always had like a book, like a guidebook in his hand, how to fucking work with pipes and plumbing, electricity, and car mechanic. I think that's his main thing, being a car mechanic. But yeah, man, it's always been around. But how I actually got into making, making shit, it's just gaming, man. Like, if it wasn't for fucking gaming, it sounds so cliche and nerdy and geeky, but I think a lot of people can relate that gaming was their first step into, I don't know, video editing, making montages, photoshopping. It was that era. Oh, now talking about Photoshop, now I remember this one thing. Never mind, I don't think I have to talk about it. But I got in trouble for photoshopping someone. When I was in elementary.
Wow. Elementary?
Yeah.
You've been using Photoshop since then?
I mean, elementary, it's like what?
6th grade? You were like 12?
No, bro. Derde class.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. I used to edit, like, how old was I? Like 8? Like, bro, I used to edit my BlackBerry. Like, now that I think about it, it was like gaming and YouTube and like montage making and editing, shit like that. But also BlackBerry, they used to have these apps where you could edit pictures, and that was kind of one of my first introductions to actually just doing shit. But yeah, shout out to my homies. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be making music, you know. So it was these same group of people that I used to make YouTube videos and just play Call of Duty with, that we started making music when I was like, what year was this? 2017, I guess. It was a peak era of YouTube rappers, you know, a lot of diss tracks, a lot of shitty music that kind of showed us that it's very easy to make music. Yeah.
It's so obtainable. It's right in front of you.
So,
it has access.
Exactly. And so I guess from there it was just making parody music. We used to make shitty ass. I have this song about eating. Is that a bird? Or is that a person?
I think it's a person.
But yeah, so I started making parody music, I guess. It's not parody music, but it's just what we heard, which was SoundCloud era, Lil Pump shit, just saying shit over and over repetitively. And I used to make beats on, not beats, but I used to rap on Six Dogs type beat, Lil Peep type beat, fucking Young Goth type beat. And from there, I guess it was just like the process of it, you know, like now we have a song, now I have to make cover art for it, now I have to make a video for it, now I have to do promo for it.
You're doing everything.
And I think I just fell in love with the whole process of it, and I think some part of it is also just the reaction of people. Has always been a driving factor also, because they don't expect it, and I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you expect something from someone? But it's always that. I'm like, yo, I made this, and people are like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, it's very simple, but I don't know that.
You need that drive.
Yeah, that really like drove me, and I guess from there is just. So I used to make music on GarageBand on my phone, just with the little Apple headphone, and just holding up like this. We're in the closet with Rimar, Carlito, and Dustin, and I think the whole reason I switched over to like actual like FL was the auto-tune, and just wanted to make beats, man, because on GarageBand I would just download type beats and throw it on GarageBand and just use pitch correction. But then FL really changed the whole game for me, you know, like
so many more options,
making shit from scratch. Like it was at one point that it clicked for me like very fast that maybe it doesn't work for everybody, but for me it was like I can't keep doing like type beats, you know. Like I like you could make bangers. I mean, a lot of people that are blowing up right now on TikTok or whatever, just like just a type beat and it blew up, and then, you know, it's whatever. But it was that switch that really prompted me to, I guess, discover my influences, and it was like the first time that I could actually like sonically translate my influences into something, you know, like whatever it would be. Like there was a lot of fucking music involved, man. When I was a baby, my mom, because my family used to own this bar and restaurant. I mean, we still own it, but we're trying to sell it now. But I'd be in the bar. I don't know how healthy that is for a baby, but I'd be in that bar and my mom would say like, I keep moving and dancing or reacting to the music, you know. And I never knew I was like musically inclined. I don't know if I want to consider myself musically inclined, you know. But that's one of the mediums, I guess, that translates my thoughts of the world, you know. But I feel like I'm sidetracking too much. What was the questions? It was...
Why did it take so long?
Oh, man. Okay. Let's go over there. Why did it take so long? Let me check if this shit is still recording. Yeah, hello? Yeah.
So why does it take so long for new music?
Man, so after dropping Loose Ends, which, hey man, a lot of people fucked with it, and that's pretty crazy to me, you know. Like, it didn't do crazy numbers. It still ain't doing crazy numbers. But the fact that there's people listening to my shit every day, and it's not a healthy thing. You shouldn't look at your stats, but for me it's kind of mind-boggling, you know. Like, I dropped this shit 4 years ago, and it's gonna be 4 years this month, and every day there's somebody listening to that, and I don't know, it's a weird feeling, because it's still me, but, you know, it's 4 years ago, man. A lot has changed, and that was such a simple album, bro. Most of these tracks, they just had like maximum of 4 multi-tracks going on. Just have the guitar. Some of them don't even have bass, and you can hear it. I didn't even master it, you know. And yeah, but yeah, where the music has been, bro, it's the same thing as me, man. Like, in these last 3 years, I mean, I guess 4 if we start counting from Loose Ends. Just life, work, responsibilities, being an adult, I guess, like walking in this grass and fucking up my shoes. Now it's all wet. Yeah, that was a really bad idea. My socks are wet. Anyways, And then I was like, you know, I'm gonna move here because it was inevitable for like a lot of people to just move here at the end of the day. Because one, education, there ain't shit to do in Aruba. I mean, there are, but not the type of shit that I'm interested right now, you know? And I kind of want to bring that there, but and we're back. Battery died, and my feet is still wet. Socks are wet, but the weather is nice, man. It's supposed to be cold as shit. It is cold as shit, but it doesn't look cold, you know? It's sunny, it's nice. And yeah, it's freshes, bro. But yeah, let me get back on track, man. I've been sidetracking a lot, but since this is for me, just trying to get my thoughts together, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, life. Came here, I was like, yo, when I get to the Netherlands, I can finally have a studio, which I now do. I can finally have space to make stuff, which I now do. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna make the craziest shit. I have a lot of resources now, but then again, life humbles you. You know, it's bueno pa llega así turco, and that's a big lesson to me because I want to do everything, and it's I guess in my nature to kind of want to do everything, and that a lot of times complicates the process, which is not a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing, but it's just being, you know, it's a new thing, and it's hard to be aware of the process, and that's where a lot of people get lost, and that's where I keep getting lost. Like, I'm not saying I have it figured out, but at least I feel like I have some self-awareness of what needs to be done if I want to get somewhere. And there's a lot of ways to get somewhere, and that's the crazy part. And yeah,
we're at a crossroads.
Man, this bridge right here, pretty iconic. This is where I had my first fall on a bike. My first fall on a bike. Like, so yeah, came here, life hit, had to do school, was dealing with a lot of shit. How do I deal with homesickness? How do I deal with missing my mom and dad? How do I deal with my identity, you know? Just being an Aruban, living here in the West, in Europe, such a mind-boggling experience. And I think it's a mind-boggling experience, but a very relatable experience, and that kind of makes me feel okay with it, okay with the ups and downs. It's just that, bro. A lot of people had to go through this, just like a lot of people are crossing this bridge right now. It's about crossing bridges. I'm trying to be philosophical, but it's about crossing bridges and building bridges and making bridges. The whole development of society and humanity has been about bridging and filling in the gaps. Yo, there's some fruits over there, but there's water. Fuck. Let's build a bridge, you know. Let's build a bridge. And I think with my music and art, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I always get back to that same sentiment of wanting to bridge things. I'm still figuring out what exactly it means, because there's so many ways to bridge something. You could also leap over something and not bridge it.
You're trying to relocate.
Yeah.
Relocation.
But that's the difference. if I bridge something, a lot of people can use that bridge.
Yeah.
And if I leap over something, that's a selfish thing to do. And that sounds hella deep. Put that in my memoir, bro. That I need that shit on a shirt. But yeah, this 4 years. I kind of want to sit down now. Let's go that side. There's something cool over there. Oh shit, watch out. I always forget. What was I talking about? Oh look, there's a nice little bench over there. Look. There's a nice little bench over there. Oh no, kids, bro, they're gonna bully us. Yo, I'm scared of kids, man. Like,
I'm walking behind you.
no way, they're gonna take the bench, bro. Fucking bridge. Hey, I think that's the problem, man. In Aruba, they're building rotondas but no bridges, you know.
Shut the fuck up. Where the fuck were they building bridges?
Ah, shit. I fucking broke a hard drive before I came here. So that's something that really put me back. I was going for a crazy ass sound. Yeah. I think you can hear it on the Etc. on the last tracks. That was supposed to be the new project. Made a lot of new friends. And I think that.
How do you make friends like from school?
How do I make friends? How do I make?
Out.
Yeah, I think my first friends here definitely school.
Yeah. UNIL.
Yeah, but before UNIL, I was doing creative business. Made friends with people like Katanya. Shout out Katanya. She's very nice. She also showed me a lot on what is possible to do here. You know, I did it pretty good. That gave me the chance to go to the university in media. Now I'm doing media and culture, and that's, I think, going to the university really changed a lot of things for me. That's where I met UNIL. Fucking crazy son of a bro. UNIL really showed me that you can just do shit, man. Like, when I met him, he just started doing photography, and now he's in Fashion Week taking pictures of your favorite artist.
I've heard you've been documenting like a lot. You've been
yeah,
our communities and
yeah, man. I think the way I got into that, yeah, it was because of UNIL actually. Because when he met me, I didn't even touch a camera. I mean, I did for videos and the things I do, but as a photographer.
yeah.
And then I think he started taking pictures at events and shit, and I also was like, you know, I can actually try that. I don't remember which one was my first event anymore. But yeah, with that in mind,
You started with
with
the guy, right?
with Toto Boroto, actually, I think I started. So yeah, to get there, basically school taught me a lot about myself. I had to read a lot about colonialism, fucking liberal art shit, you know, just being woke.
Yeah.
And that was kind of what I was missing, man. I think being woke is not being woke, as they, you know, it's just about,
It's portrayed in
it's
media.
just not being ignorant.
It's just not being ignorant.
Just not being ignorant. When I was learning a lot about my identity, I realized that I learned about the concept of representation. And that's something that I've never understood or didn't even know it was a thing. Representation, and what the fuck does that mean? So I was just trying to wrap my head around this whole concept of intersections and what does having a representation mean, and being able to, I guess what I'm trying to get get at with the documentaries and stuff, I realized that there wasn't any fucking things about, especially things that I was interested in, like rock music or alternative music or DIY scene, punk shit, or just any type of other thing. It doesn't have to be that. And I couldn't find shit. Like I couldn't find anyone other than a few people that I could pinpoint back and be like, they make this, and because of this we have this. Going back to that and the communities that I decided to document, and by documenting I mean just taking pictures. That's a part of fucking documentaries, and also filming obviously, but not everything, but just picture as a way of preserving a moment or preserving something,
preserving culture.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of connotations to that, which I'm still trying to untangle. You know, like, what does it mean to preserve something? And so yeah, then I met her. I just messaged a friend, and I was like, yo, can I can I take some pictures? Can I document you? Like, I'm very interested about that. It's also giving these people the flowers, you know, giving them their flowers that they deserve. And there's such a intersection of things going on within these bands. It's important to like document these things and show the world, and show, as I said, for representation, show the little kids at Aruba, like, as an Aruban you can also be a rock star, you can also paint, draw, do whatever. So I think my role within this ecosystem is I want to showcase things. As I said, I thought I was going to be making music all the time, and realizing all the responsibilities, I could only make music when I could find time for it, you know? What happened?
Oh, no. I gotta work today.
You thought you had to be at work? As I said, all these responsibilities, you don't even know when you have the time to do something. There's a lot of things I had to unload. You know, like, we're taking so much in. Everything's new for me, for us, for anybody just relocating. Everything's just new, and it takes time to adjust. And my way of making sense of the things around me, or thoughts or problems, was for me to make this project, which at the beginning I didn't realize what it was gonna end up being. Right? It was kind of therapy sessions that I would have with myself, for myself, and just I think a reminder, a guide. With the double single that I just dropped, it kind of encapsulates what, in short, what this project is about, right? We have Click, which is basically about the things that keep us grounded, and the context of this song is my friends and the people around me.
And it's a sequel.
Also for people that, just like us, that moved here, and it's the support systems that really make you or break you. And for Need You To really encapsulates my not my struggle, but my journey with finding my place within this world, because it's literally about trying to find a purpose, and just geeking at that idea of having to know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's funny because nobody knows what the fuck they're doing, right? All of this could be fake. Need You To is about that, and it really encapsulates the rest of the project, with just me but processing what it means to be alive, I guess. and I hope somebody finds something in that, you know, even if the words don't hit you directly, like maybe the music, the drums, the guitar, something you can relate to or resonate with. Aww. The cat. I want to be a cat. But right now, man, or girls. Or them. So we have a EP listening session coming up on the 15th of November. That's in what, 14 days? 13 days. That's in 12 days. And I thought that by now I would have had music videos, rollout would have been stronger. You know, it doesn't always plan out how you want it to, but I'm not where I wanted to be originally with this project right now. Like, bro, this project was supposed to come out 2022. You know? And then 2023 came around. Also didn't finish it. And you know what's funny? Technically, it's been done.
Yeah.
It's only like 1 or 2 or 3 tracks that got added throughout the last 2 years. Everything's been there. But I couldn't find... as I said, it's until now that I realized the context of this project, where it was me making sense of everything and why I'm here and everything around me. So it only makes sense that it took me so long. You know, you can't rush this. If you listen to it, if you enjoy it, thank you. And if you could just resonate with 1 or 2 things on there, amazing. And if you don't, send it to somebody that might appreciate it, I guess. Or leave it on the internet. A lot of beautiful things happen on the internet, and fucked up things too. But shout out the internet.
Not the band, but
Not the band, but the interwebs. Shout out Discord. Shout out Eddie. Shout out Julian. Shout out Reddit. Yo, if you go on Reddit, you'll find me asking for samples. Go dig deep, you'll find it. And yeah, I don't know. Unobstructed, get the merch.